me, everyone. It's me, Sean Capri. Hey,
doing?
Bobby.
What are you
it's
doing?
me.
What are you
I'm
doing?
here. We're here. It's If We Ran Nintendo. We are live on the internet on youtube.com/Nintendo Guru. And we're live because of our executive producers and all of our patrons over on patreon.com/makeusbetter. Give a big high five and a kiss on the cheek for our executive producers Nick Milicia from Next Level Games, Joel Brooks, James Johnson, Dr. Doom, Sheldon Benedict, Jesse Armstrong, and Glauco Schaffer. Holy crap, there's a lot of you guys. Bobby, let's go live. Let's go live. Yes, let's go live.
Are you ready?
What I said! Are you ready?
Can't do it. We'll do it live.
Okay. You think that you're better?
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Bow to the masters. Break it down.
If we ran Nintendo. If we ran Nintendo. If we ran Nintendo.
What?
Get it
What?
together.
Oh my
Bobby.
lord. This is horrible. What is up, everybody, and welcome to episode 75 of If We Ran Nintendo. I am Bobby, the Nintendo Guru, joined by the greatest co-host, podcast co-host in all the land, Sean Capri. What is up, Sean?
Bobby, we're live, episode 75.
Yes.
Can you believe it? We
No,
did it.
I can't believe it.
I can't believe you stuck around me this long.
You keep saying we did it. We didn't do anything. It's the people. The people want us to do this stuff, so we do it.
I'm mostly just talking about the technology and the function that it's actually happening. You're right.
We've come
We
a
are-
long way, man.
I
come
mean,
a long
that's
way.
for sure. Yeah,
75 episodes, number one. Is,
I think I've 75 new bags under my eyes.
The crazy thing is, like, so the Geekcast hit 100, and we shut it down.
And you just quit.
We're like 25 episodes away from just shutting it down. Like,
That's right. That's all we got to go. 25, or after this, only 24 sleeps, Bobby. Then after that, 23 sleeps.
Sharia, what is up, Sharia? How you doing today?
Happening.
I don't know, man. So, how you feeling today?
Well, I was just saying before we went on the air that I'm a little sweaty, actually. I said I was tired, but I should have said more accurately, more physically tired. I took the dogs out for a walk. I'm dog sitting Chelsea's mom's dog, so we've got 4. Count them, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 16 legs for those counting, I think. And we just went out for a dog walk. Mm-hmm. And as I was coming home, walking up to my door, I see across the street there's a tiny little dog that I've never seen before, just scampering around, but not even like playfully, actually full on sprint for this puppy, just gunning for God knows what. And it's clear to me in this moment, Bobby, that this dog has escaped. This is a new puppy, and he has escaped the yard. And I have been there. And I have been very frustrated that nobody
Helps.
got my dogs.
Yeah,
nobody
just
helped.
lets them
And
run.
I had the exact same experience. I've got dog owners everywhere. Everybody on this block has a dog, and everybody sees this dog run around, and I'm screaming after it, even if it is my dog.
Yeah.
Be nice for a little help, but this isn't my dog.
Yeah.
So I'm wearing a gray sweater or a gray shirt right now, just a gray t-shirt. But what you can't see is all below. I've got you basically from like armpits up and everything down, super sweaty. As if you couldn't tell already, Bobby, this story has a happy ending. I got the dog. I played nice. I got down on my knees and I said, "Come here, puppy. Come here, Bobby." I called him Bobby in the moment. I said, "Come here, Bobby. Come here. What a cute little Bobby. Oh, you have a slobbery nose, little Bobby."
Oh, man. You know what?
So then he came to me, but then he kind of growled at me, Bobby. I got scared, and I loosened my grip on his collar, and he ran away. The chase continues.
What is wrong with you? Why would you let him go?
I didn't want to scare him. I didn't want to frighten him.
Such a sissy, man.
Because obviously, listen, you've ever had a dog bite you? Guess what happens to the dog when he bites you? They don't blame the person. They shoot the dog in the face.
Okay.
I didn't want that dog to get shot in the face. It's not his fault.
Good Lord. Can I?
He just escaped.
So
I found the owner. A kid had his gate open, and I found him. He lives across the street from me. But I had to go all the way around into the backfield woods of Canada. But I found his owner, and all was good. I feel much better about myself. I feel good. I went and chased him, and then I came back to my house where I'd let the dogs in the house, and they were just waiting for me at the front door, waiting for me to take off their leashes. Because I just threw them in, and I just booked it, Bobby. I was in my flip-flops because it's nice here. Almost lost my phone flying out of my pocket.
You can actually wear flip-flops in Canada?
Today we can.
I figured you might lose your toes or something. Like
tomorrow it might be frostbite warnings.
Hypothermia and stuff, man. Like, what the hell?
That's right.
Good
I've had
Lord.
quite the... So I'm very comfortable right now. I've got a nice pillow behind me. I'm in my new setup down here. I'm in a good place. I can carry this first, Bobby, if you want. Because you seem
real quick.
downtrodden.
No. I just want real quick. I want to say hello to James Johnson. What is up? Jesse Armstrong, Adam Leonard. Adam must be here in between breaks of like The Bachelor or something. It's the only time he's allowed to watch us is in between.
Lucky.
On commercial breaks.
You
Jesse Armstrong, I just want to tell you something. You go to Google Plus, you change your photo, your picture on Google Plus, and it'll change on your YouTube. It's a weird thing that YouTube does. So that is how you can get away from the J.
I can send you my picture, Jesse, if you want. You can use my NASA helmet picture. If you
yeah. I remember.
I think we should all just change it to my picture.
Good God. So, I mean,
Quick update on my stomach, Bobby.
You know what?
Jesse Armstrong brings up a good point. He said, "No pork and rice today, Sean."
I hope not.
I had almost nothing to eat today.
I hope that you don't. Yeah, I hope that you finally.
No, man, I'm good. But the bathroom, now that I'm down here, the bathroom is right there. I can see it. I might be able to go to the bathroom from here. If you know what I mean.
I would prefer you didn't.
Just arch it. I mean, you'll hear it. That's for certain.
I would prefer that you did not. What was I gonna say, dude? Today was like my first day by myself at work.
Aww.
And it was good, dude. It was actually like busy, but it wasn't like dude. It's so.
Got this?
Huh?
This?
I got it down, man. It's like,
yeah, you got this.
It's like, dude, it's like riding a bike, man. I'm right back in it. I'm like, got it down. It's
hurts your taint a little bit, but it's okay.
It's a little chaotic at times, but dude, I can't complain, man. I really can't complain. I've been enjoying it. Been doing good with it. It's I don't know. We'll see. It's. I feel better. I feel happier. I'm not like crazy hours, like all hours of the night. Like when I go to bed, I actually sleep. It's not like getting woken up at night at like 2 in the morning and 3 in the morning. And
I don't know how you did it for so long.
I don't know how I did it either. I really don't. And no more like.
Impressive.
I worked this past Saturday. I think I'm off this Saturday. I'm not really sure. I got to talk to the girl when she comes back from vacation tomorrow. And but like, I actually get paid when I work on a Saturday. Unlike before,
what a concept.
like before, I would have to call into a conference. I'd have to wake up, schedule my podcast around a conference call.
Yeah,
it was like, and it was right when I used to like to do. Me and Toby like to do the podcast. Like at a certain time, it's perfect for him, perfect for me. And it was like they just chopped it right in the middle. And I was like, when we were first doing the Geekcast, I first had to call the conference calls. We'd start the podcast. And I'd be like, all right, guys, time out. And I have to pause everything. Middle of the whole conversation. It was the worst, man. But it was like, it was ideal because it was when Alan was on. And speaking of Alan, so my wife and I invited him to go to Disney with us next year. And
thanks for the invite.
Listen, you got a kid. The minute you had a kid, it was over for you.
Are you kidding me, man? We're gonna make it work.
We'll figure it out.
We'll go with Josh Stapleton.
Stop. But listen, now you know why? Because Alan, like, you know, he's had a rough year. You know what I mean? Like, and I love Alan. So, you know,
he's had a rough year.
Yeah, dude, he's had a rough year.
I hope everything's okay.
You
he looked handsome in a recent photo I saw of him.
He's always been handsome. Like, he's, you know.
Always. By the way, I forgot to ask Mark Carabin about, you said that you went through his his Facebook picture a long while ago.
What?
And you said you look like such. I know you said a dweeb. I don't see it. I think you're being a little hard
insane, dude? Go back. How far did you go back?
I mean, I don't know. I thought I went the whole way.
Yeah, go back. Go back, bro. Go back.
Let's look at pictures of you back in the day. Actually, you're probably pretty cool.
I was actually better looking back in the day than I am now. I hit the wall, man. I am the wall now. I am the wall.
You aren't. Stop.
Well, literally
right
now. Literally right now, I'm like blue and blue, so I am the wall kind of now.
That's hilarious. I'm telling you, man. I said it before we went on air. You should chroma key yourself.
So my head's just kind of like...
little floating head, just...
Like, doo-doo-doo. What was I going to say? Okay, so let's kick this episode off like we do each and every episode with our shout-outs.
Geek out. The more you geek out,
the better.
Geek out. Listen, here's why I'm being a little subdued about the geek outs, okay?
Why? Because Toby has been subdued with the geek outs.
No, it has nothing to do with Toby, actually, this time. Can I just say I'm a big fan of Toby? I really like Toby.
I'm a big fan of Toby's haircut.
I didn't see.
God, dude, he looks like a new man, dude.
Kirby video. I wanted to give my shout out I have one and only shout out, and that's it. And then we can get into our topics.
Yes.
My shout out is for Toby. Toby is the man. Yep. Everybody should check out his video. It is amazing. I have picked up a few of his little one-liners as my everyday vernacular. I say good stuff all the time. And what else do I say? Something about being cool. How cool is that? That's cool. I love it. I love it. That's my only shout out. I'm going to keep this short. We can do topics.
Well, I didn't even give my shout outs.
Chatter. You do yours. You do whatever it is you want to do. I just want to be 100% clear that I'm hearing you guys. Shout outs may be a little too long. That's all you get.
Dude, I got two. First off,
I'm talking about you.
First off, listen, I will say this. That if people are complaining about shout-outs being too long, they just won't be included in shout-outs in the future.
Maybe that's really what they're complaining about.
Probably because it's not shout-outs to them. Because if it was shout-outs to them, they'd be like, that's awesome. That's cool.
Let's go.
First one, speaking of cool, is the cool night. So yesterday, I was playing a little Minecraft.
This is way more fun.
And Josh Stapleton jumped into the chat. And then next thing I know, Cool Knight jumps into the chat.
Oh.
And he's talking to me and stuff, and he's next thing I know, he's telling me he likes my build, like my everything. He's liking my stuff with Minecraft, and then he was like,
"Oh, I thought he meant your body, your build, your muscular."
No. Stop. No, he's a kid.
He's like, I like your body type.
Don't make it weird. Don't make it weird, Capri.
You're like a character.
Stop. No, it's like the way I was mining and doing the stuff I was doing and all that stuff.
It was impressive, man. You could tell you got Italian heritage.
It's like 50 hours, man. 50 hours.
You got your concrete and your building houses and whatever. It's in our DNA.
But he asked if we could play together, and I was like, absolutely.
Oh yes.
Dude. Like, here's my thing. I went up to Tony. Well, we'll set up a play date. But the thing I said to Tony was, when a young guy, when he's admiring your work, that's a big thing in the Minecraft community, because those kids just blow me out of the water at what they can do. So when a guy's telling me hey man, I like what you're doing over there, I kind of like it.
You better watch it though, because you're gonna make Josh Stapleton have a bit of a complex. You want the son to admire his dad. As a dad, he's all like, "What did I
listen?
I put food on the table, and you're impressed with this goofball over here."
Listen, Uncle Guru is coming to town. Uncle Guru is going to take over. I'm starting.
I call you Uncle Bobby.
I'm starting with Cool Knight.
Lincoln.
I'm starting with Cool Knight, and then I'm taking Lincoln, and it's just going to keep. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the kids from all over, and I'm going to be the great Uncle Guru.
Sounds like what Michael Jackson said out to
Would you stop? What is wrong with you? Stop. No, wait. Stop.
Is that what it is?
All right, listen. My next shout out, my next and final shout out goes to Clever the Great, Clever the Great. He's on Instagram. He's been listening to us for a very long time, Sean. A very long time.
No.
And occasionally he will email me or message me through Instagram, but I just never get over there that much anymore, so I don't see him. So this week I went over there and I saw a message from him. He was complimenting us on the show and how much he loves the show, and like he's awesome, dude. He's
love it.
So yeah, so it's pretty awesome. Jesse Armstrong, I did not transfer my Wii U stuff over yet. I will at some point, but I have not yet. I'm still this is all new stuff on the Switch that I've been doing. Adam Leonard, I don't see. I would be Uncle Guru to your sons, but that means I don't have to talk to you, Adam, and I really don't want to talk to you. So it's just how it is.
That's really mean. What happened all of a sudden?
He likes me. He responds to me. Anytime I'm mean to Adam, he laughs. So just you relax. Me and Adam had a heart-to-heart yesterday. We had a nice conversation yesterday.
Glad you did, Bobby.
Yeah. Anyway.
Do you have a Wii U sitting next to your desk like I do?
Not
like,
next
are
to
you
my
even
desk.
a true Nintendo fan?
No, I have a Switch next to my desk, and I have a Wii U like right over there on the other side.
Yeah, but Greg Miller has a Switch. Like, are you a real I don't even know what that means.
Do you have two NESs? I was gonna say, do you have one? Well, I know you have one over there. Do you have two?
I do have one. It's right. No, I don't have
do you
two.
have two?
And actually, this one isn't even plugged in.
This is how hardcore I am.
You know what this actually looks like? It looks like I'm mini and you're enormous, and we're holding the same thing. Bobby, for the listeners, Bobby's holding the NES Mini, and I'm holding a regular one.
That's where my NES Mini goes, right into the drawer.
Dude, that is so funny.
I have a GameCube.
Yep.
I have a Wii.
Yep.
Only thing I don't have is I have an N64 as well. The only thing I don't have is a Super Nintendo. So I'm trying to buy one.
I was thinking of putting the Super Nintendo here, but I'm hopefully going to get okay, you know what is really driving me crazy? Not even just the whole like pre-order situation with the Super NES or whatever you're calling it, the Super Nintendo Classic.
Yeah.
Is that you have to find the page like outside of whatever site you're fine. Okay, so let me give you an example. When I go into Best Buy and I search Super Nintendo Classic Edition, it doesn't come up. You know what it was under, Bobby?
Right.
It was under Super NES, and even then, you could only get there if you went to the link from like their Twitter or something like that.
Really?
You couldn't search for it. So I'm searching all the time for Super NES, Super Nintendo Classic, all the things, even just Nintendo, and it's not coming up.
Damn.
That's even more than the quantities or anything like that. Like, I don't even have a chance at buying it if I can't even search for it.
Wait a minute, but is that Nintendo's fault?
I never said it was.
I know, but everybody else blames Nintendo for that stuff. So I was just curious if you were blaming Nintendo or
no. But I am whoever I don't even know. I feel like you're on this side. The whole everybody says Nintendo didn't learn anything. Guys, just stop it.
Yeah,
just stop and think about what you're saying.
Yeah, I know.
Because they're doing pre-orders.
Yeah, they didn't do pre-orders last time.
And we haven't had a chance to talk about this. I don't know how we end up just because we don't really do news or anything like that.
Yeah. But it's okay.
Let me just continue to rant on here.
I ranted last week and I got yelled at, so
I've got my sweat.
You might as well do it this time.
Yeah, but I think mine's actually going to
No, that's fine. I'm curious what you think. Go ahead.
There's a lot of complaining going on about the pre-orders going up in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
The fact that they went up at whatever it was, 10 o'clock or 2 in the morning, whatever time zone you're in.
2 stores, yeah.
Here's the thing. Let's say it went up at 10 o'clock and it was around for, 45 minutes until they shut things down?
Yeah.
Guess what happens when that same pre-order goes up in the middle of the day at the predetermined time that everybody's saying this is how you make it fair, is get everybody like the same time? Guess what happens when everybody's setting that reminder on their calendar for 10 o'clock in the morning, Wednesday, in the middle of the week?
I can tell you. I know.
Do you think you know?
The sites,
I think it goes down in 90 seconds.
Dude, Walmart went down so fast. Give
me a break with this complaining.
I know.
And I don't like complaining about complaining because that just makes...
the thing of it is this. So there's this company that manufactured this bot. That what they are doing is you go in. I was telling Toby this on Nintendo PlayStation podcast. What you do is you go in, you put in all your information. You put your credit card information. You put what the item is you want to buy it, what stores you want to buy it from.
Yeah.
I guess you put your login information, and you just walk away. Just walk away. And it doesn't matter when it goes up. You put the quantity you want to buy, and it automatically buys them for you. So it's like
that I can agree with. That's garbage.
That's garbage. But
They gotta stop it.
Amazon has started to delete people's orders. If you ordered 5, they're giving you 1.
Yep, Amazon is smart enough to do that.
So I like it. They're saying 1 per household.
The solution.
That's all it is. You know, it's you know, it's awesome. I love it.
If we ran Amazon, you put up a page that says Star Fox Zero. Nobody is looking for Star Fox Zero. Trust me, nobody. But the real people who care, they know that really is for the Super Nintendo Classic Edition.
Yep.
So you hide it, Bobby. That's the solution.
There you go. There you go. So I got 1. I almost bought a second one because Walmart went up a second time. I you know, and
I'd like to get one. I'm way more excited about this one than the NES Classic.
I am too. Well, I am and I'm not. I'm not because I feel like those games that are on there, I own them all across the board already. There's nothing there really that's really speaking to me and get me excited. Final Fantasies get me excited. Final Fantasy 3. Secret of Mana's get me a little excited. But that's about it.
What about that port going to PlayStation? Or the remake? Goodness gracious, what is happening, Nintendo? I mean, obviously things are going well.
I'm wondering if it's a timed exclusive with Sony.
That's a good point, but it shouldn't even be that. It should be an exclusive to Nintendo.
Well, I don't know that it should be exclusive, but it should be on
100% exclusive.
It should be
Everybody else gets the middle finger.
I think it should be on Switch because here's the thing, like it explains to me a lot about why we didn't get Chrono Trigger on there on the SNES Classic.
Explain.
Because I feel like what's happening is that Square Enix is using this as a marketing tool to hey, everybody's going to be hyped about this thing, right? And then the Sony people are going to be like, oh, but we want to play it, and it's like, oh, by the way, here you go. Here's an updated version that you can go buy now in the beginning of the new year. So I have a feeling that's kind of what they're heading towards.
That'd be neat.
I don't know. We'll see. A lot of stuff came out of Gamescom too, man. And dude, I just talked about it today on Nintendo Talk. On today's Nintendo Talk was the Nindies is getting it. We're
yes,
getting
Wednesday.
Wednesday, man. I can't wait.
You know what I love? It was Nindies like just brand new. Is this a brand new thing? Like as of like the direct that they did with
this is like they're just doing Nintendo stuff. They're just doing Nindies now. Like they've never done this before.
That's what I'm saying. But like we say Nindies as if it's been a thing for like the last 5 or 6 years, but it's maybe the last 5 or 6 months.
Yeah.
Is what I'm saying. And I think that that's really amazing that Nintendo can just like introduce this thing and people are like, makes sense to me.
Yeah.
And not only does it make sense to me, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
They've done one of these things before and it was such a hit. Good for Nintendo, man. That is awesome. I'm looking for I booked it off on my calendar.
Yeah.
I'm going to maybe take a little bathroom break, just go watch that quick little presentation while I'm writing a podcast.
I'm at work. So
go rate a podcast.
But see, the thing of it is like in the past, I would sit at my desk and I could just listen to music all day. So when stuff like this would happen, I would watch it live while it was happening. Can't do it no more. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to stream myself watching it live on Wednesday. When I get home from work, I'm going to fire it up and I'm going to watch it live and then stream it. So
that sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, it'll be the first time I do something like that. So it'll be kind of cool.
You know, what if I did it with you, and then but I know what's gonna come up, so I'll like kind of be like that person, like, oh, Bobby, wait till you see what's happening. Wait till you see what's next.
No. I don't want that.
You know I would too.
I know you would. That's why I don't want you. That's why you're not invited.
Uncle Guru.
Okay, so if we ran Nintendo,
right,
would we have made Super Mario Odyssey or Super Mario Galaxy 3?
Can you tell me where this topic is coming from?
Okay,
because hype is getting big for Galaxy.
Because yesterday, this is my thing. I'm getting so frustrated with Nintendo fans.
Okay.
Yesterday, it came out that in Odyssey there is no hub world.
Okay.
In order to get from world to world, you jump in the hat space machine, which is called the Odyssey. And you travel to the next land you want to go to.
Yeah.
I was in NBC yesterday, and people were so disappointed that there's no hub world. And I'm just
Why
like,
are you air quotes? Are they not disappointed?
because that's what they were saying. They were saying
suggesting?
they were saying everybody kept saying like, I'm so disappointed that, you know, even Brian Altano came in and was like, oh, this is kind of frustrating. And it's like, guys, really? Like, I said this to Tony. I was like, if Nintendo said to people, you have to breathe air in order to play our games, people would complain. It's like, come on, man.
Okay, so just to be clear, is that you finish one level and then you go to the next? Is that what the like?
So you finish a level and you go to the next. Where
that's it.
Where in like Super Mario Sunshine, Super Mario 64, you had like these hubs that you would bounce from place to place to place to place.
Yeah. And so they don't have that, and that sucks.
They don't have that, and apparently that upsets a bunch of people. But when I thought about it, like Galaxy kind of had that. You know what I mean? Like Galaxy, you were on that planet and you would run around and like do that stuff. But I know how much people love Galaxy.
Yeah.
And I know this game is not like Galaxy at all. So and what brought it up was I thought about 3D World and how 3D World is nothing like Galaxy at all. And people beat up 3D World pretty good. Like they were mad that it wasn't Galaxy.
Great game, by the way.
It's
totally
a
underrated.
Fantastic game. I love it. You know what I mean? So that's what I wanted to get at. Like, should we have made Galaxy 3 before we go away from it again? Or do we ever bring back Galaxy again? Or is Galaxy dead? Like, it's kind of like a conversation I wanted to have. Like, what do you... Okay, let's start with this. Do you feel they'll ever do Galaxy again? Or is this it?
I don't think they will, man. I feel like they would have gone back to 64 first. Like, if they're ever going to go back, it's amazing how Nintendo gets this rap of always doing the same thing. They're always just going to have their Mario games and their, the Zelda games, everything's going to be the same. But when you really look at it, the things that people get most excited for is when it's something brand new. Like, in a way, 3D World was going back to a game that people liked, that it was just in a different way. Like, there was 3D Land. But it wasn't good. Like, people weren't excited about that. And so, like, as much as I would love to have another Galaxy, I don't think that they ever would be able to do anything with that formula that gets people as jazzed as something that they don't even know that they want yet. And I truly feel like that is what the magic of Mario is, and the magic of Nintendo is that it's always going to be something totally different. And they've been evolving this ever since. So, in short, to my long rant, no, I don't think they should go for another Galaxy, because we get it in lieu of a different experience.
I felt like we got Galaxy 2. This is my feeling. Okay, so this is the way I feel things went. I felt
also, I'm sorry, I'm going to give you a little bit more time to think about it too. As time has gone on, I feel like, and maybe people in the chat can correct me here, I feel like as time has gone on, the prestige that the Galaxy has got is actually coming down quite a bit. I think people go back to it now and they pick it apart a little bit. So I don't think that it's quite the same anymore. Yeah. And I also don't know if I have to pull numbers on this. I feel like it didn't sell.
Galaxy?
Did it not? Like, I feel like the numbers weren't.
It sold. It sold a lot.
Somebody fact check.
No, please, I think it sold like 3. Where your discrepancy is 2D Mario sold better than 3D Mario.
Yeah, but 3D Mario should sell a lot.
Well, it should, but here's the thing. 2D Mario opens up to a wider variety. It's easier to control in the 2D realm than it is in the 3D realm. And that's all, like, when you think about the Wii, right?
That's interesting, man, because, like, even, like, with Zelda, like, Ocarina of Time is one of the top-selling Zelda games, the 3D. Like, it goes way beyond.
Yeah, but Zelda doesn't typically sell a lot, you know? They sell a decent amount, but I'm talking compared to Mario, like, here's the thing, like,
Ocarina of Time was, like, 7 million copies
think about
or something.
When the Wii hit, right? There was like, 120 million units? So when you had parents and grandparents that were playing, it was easier for them to play that, new Super Mario Brothers Wii than it was to play Galaxy. So most of the people that bought a Wii that were older knew, what's going on. I don't know.
I want to quickly bring this up. I really don't think that it sold sold a lot. But we can move on. I think that's really why you don't go. Like, I would go back to it if it was like it sold millions. So now we're even talking about, do we even go 3D at all? Mm-hmm. Like, do you think it's the right move to continue on with 3D? And given that notion that you don't think 3D sells as much as 2D, like, are they making the wrong move? Do you think by going 3D? I think they're fine going 3D. 3D is what the hardcore fan wants. That's what I was just gonna say. So in year one with the Switch, I think this is a great like end cap. I mean, we have some stuff coming in November and December, but to me, this is the bookend. These are the beginning and the end of year one, calendar year one, for the Switch is Breath of the Wild and Odyssey, and those are solidifying everybody who bought the thing on day one as a hardcore fan, and they've solidified them months later to say, you made the right choice, hardcore Nintendo fan. You got your best ever Zelda game, or we're going to give you a brand new Mario experience. Yeah, and I agree. For all of these reasons, Galaxy doesn't do that. I don't think it does. Okay, so listen, this is my feeling, okay? I feel like Nintendo does this thing where they create a game and they have assets left over. Mm-hmm. When they create a Galaxy game, they just make as much as they possibly can, a bunch of levels, as many as they can. And I feel like when Galaxy 1 got done, they had the assets already made, and they had a bunch of extra levels left over. And they figured, okay, let's create Galaxy 2. Yeah. But to go from scratch to create a Galaxy 3, I don't feel like they want anything to do with that. Mm-hmm. Now, when you look at 3D World, I feel like 3D World came out of 3D Land. I feel like they made 3D Land on the 3DS, and then, again, they made a bunch of extra levels, and they said, okay, let's move this over to the Wii U. And that's essentially what happened. That makes sense. And just to close the loop on it, Mario Galaxy 1, 11 million units. Mario Galaxy 2, 7.5 million. And that's good numbers. But that doesn't make any sense. That's a huge drop-off. That's like Galaxy 2 hit. Drop-off. You got to remember, though, Galaxy 2 hit later in the life. I think it came a year or two after. That's why it's sort of counterintuitive to me. Like, the install base was only growing. Maybe it launched at a time where something else was happening on 360 or something. Yeah. Vanessa, yes, I remember you. Vanessa told me that she would subscribe to my channel if I touched my toes on cam the other night, and I did. Yeah. So I wanted to give you that. I told her if she came tonight, I would give her a shout out. So there's your shout out, Vanessa. What is up? Very nice, Bobby. I don't know. Sean, I reached down here. Dude, I don't know why. I can't believe I haven't asked you to touch your toes. Exactly. I don't know. Anyway, that's nice. It's very nice. So I think you're right. I think that for me personally, I would have stuck with the Odyssey maneuver. Yep. Would have went. I hate the name. I still don't like the name, Bobby. I think Galaxy is pretty sweet. Yeah, we got a couple votes for Galaxy. Yeah, but what would you have called it? I don't know. It's hard. It's hard to say what you would call it without playing the game. I mean, they just kept expanding. It's better than Super Mario New Donk City. It was Land, and then World, and then Galaxy, and then Universe. Yeah. Like, what do we do? Yeah, no. Multiverse. Where do you go? So they had to make it more about the journey. Is that what? Yeah. Odyssey is the ship. So they named it after the ship that you use. I understand that ship is named Odyssey, but the word Odyssey, is that more like a journey? Like, what is? Yeah. So that's interesting. It's not about the destination. It's the journey. Journey. Yeah. Sure, I totally love that. No, that's fine. I like the name Odyssey. I think the name Odyssey. How do you feel about Galaxy moving? Like, now looking back, when was the last time you played Galaxy? Because I played for Extra Life last year. You played for Extra Life. You actually spurned me, whatever. You pushed me mentally to go play it myself. Yep. I'm not a big fan of 2. Yeah. Not a big fan of 2. I love 1. I think 1 is phenomenal. And I think it's a lot to do because I like Rosalina. And Rosalina's not really in 2. It's more like 1. So it was this new character, and I was talking to her, and, whatever. But 2 is... Like, do you think we even get this cap, then, with another Galaxy? That's what I'm most excited about. Like, when we were watching the reveal... Do you remember we were watching the reveal, and then he threw his cap, and then he jumped on the hat, and it's like, we all just, like, our jaws dropped, and we're like, oh, that is so cool. Well, the thing that bothers me about the cap already is the fact that, like,
in order to really use it, you need to play with motion controls. And I don't play that way, man. I have it. Adam Leonard's going to love it, because that's how Adam likes to play, you know what I mean? But, like, the fact that you can, like, throw... That's what I was saying with Splatoon. With the dualies, you should be able to, like, point wherever you want to point. Like, wherever you point the left Joy-Con, that's where your left hand goes in the game. Dude, you would be, like, beast
And then
mode.
the screen splits, and, like, your eyes work like chameleon's eyes.
Now you're just taking it to the wrong level, man. Now you're just messing
sorry.
it up.
I misread the situation. I misread.
Yes.
Bobby, I'm really sorry. No, dude, I don't know. I'm glad that you brought up this topic. I think we should do this more often, this or that type of type of thing.
Well, we kind of can, can't we? It's called pros and Joy-Cons.
Yeah, man, that's what I'm talking about.
So let's jump into a little pros and Joy-Cons. What are the pros and the Joy-Cons of being a digital buyer?
Yep.
So essentially, it's always this debate, like, should you go digital, should you go physical in terms of buying games? I feel like with the Wii U, I was almost 110% behind going, digital. I went digital with everything.
Yeah, man, you had like 100 or 300 games or
190
something?
games or something like that. Like, I bought like an external hard drive, and I just loaded that baby up with stuff. That's why I don't get. It's why I don't get rid of my Wii U, because I you know what I mean. Like, the games are attached to it, so I can't get rid. They're all locked in, man. I can't get rid of it. So,
Bobby.
And I know on my 3DS, I'm probably close to 100% digital as well. Yeah. And so one thing I love about Nintendo is when they make games, they're not that big. Like, that's the thing. When people are complaining, like, oh, it's only 32 gigabyte hard drive. I'm like, yeah, but that's not big for Nintendo. Like, you could put at least 10, 15, 20 games on there. This isn't PS4 where one game is 60 gig. You know what I mean? It's bigger than... It's okay. Like, the 32 gig it's okay. It's not great. It's not phenomenal. It's not the greatest thing. It's enough to get you by for a little bit until you have to buy something. Especially if you're not a digital person, then it's 32 gig. It's more than enough. You're fine. But you're heavily digital, especially on the Switch. Mm-hmm. And I find myself not really going heavy digital on the Switch like I did in the past. Part of it is because I don't feel like I have a big enough memory card.
Right.
I got a 128, and I really want to go to like a 500. But they're too damn expensive right now. I'm not dropping a couple $100 on that. I'd rather just do a little bit, you know what I mean? So, I have a 128, and I buy some digital stuff at the moment.
Yeah.
But you go pretty predominantly... Okay, let's start with this. What size memory card do you have?
Well, usually I like to keep, size types of conversation.
Size does matter in this case, Sean. Just get to it. I know you're lacking in other areas.
What the hell do I have in there? I think I've got a 64. Maybe I did get a 128.
A 64 and you're going all digital?
Gigabyte.
Yeah, but still, you're going all digital at 64?
I can't remember what I got, Bobby.
Where's your Switch? I did. See, you got your Wii U next to you, but you don't have your Switch next to you.
My wife has it.
Wow. Are you kidding me right now, man? What is wrong with you?
I think she took it. It might be upstairs.
It probably is upstairs.
What did you put me on the spot for? I couldn't pop it out of there anyways. Well, I don't know.
You took a poop break last week. You could take a break to go find your Switch.
You want me to?
No,
that's not necessary. That's not necessary.
It's unnecessary.
No, I feel like I was, because okay, so I love how the whole digital, I was all really on Nintendo's case about a small internal memory. About you, I was very hard on them, and to be honest with you, and you were right, it has not been an issue. I actually don't even think I'm into my SD card. I think it's still all on the internal.
Yeah. But
I just wanted to look up what are some of the biggest games, and I don't think this is even a comprehensive list, but one game that does pop up is Dragon Quest Heroes 1 and 2 is 32 gigabytes. That's 2 games.
Just 2 games.
So I haven't run into the issue I thought I would, so maybe I'm eating a little bit of crow here. Mm-hmm. And to give you even more context, Bobby, I will be getting Mario and Rabbids in the mail tomorrow from Amazon.
But that's because you're starting to take advantage of discounts.
So this gets into the pros and JoyCons of everything. Mario Rabbids was a gift, so that's why I actually didn't even make the purchase. It was actually Chelsea. But yeah, she definitely took advantage of the Prime discount. And Nintendo, the way that Nintendo does digital is different than the way Xbox and PlayStation does digital. So as I tend to do, Bobby, it's more complicated than the hard and fast rules that we as gamers usually say. It's a little more complex, because with Xbox and PlayStation, I own, actually a great example of this, I own Borderlands: The Handsome Collection on PS4 digitally. I've got that on my PS4, and we've got it on Chelsea's PS4. We've got one copy. We both play that copy on each of our consoles at the same time, and we network together. So we're playing on our screens. We play together with that one thing. So in that case, digital is a no-brainer. We can get into some other stuff here of why I like digital too. But with Nintendo, there's a little bit more DRM that nobody really throws that term around at Nintendo, but like they DRM the crap out of their stuff. So digital rights management. This is the same thing that sunk the Xbox One. That everybody flipped out about. So on this one, Chelsea will be getting a Switch soon. We would definitely want to have this. We want this to be a 2-Switch household, and she wants to play this game. So that plus the price kind of equals physical.
Well, because you're just going to be okay. So let's break this down. So
break it down, Bobby.
You basically you came to me a little bit ago, and you were like, if it's a multiplayer game, you're going to download it digitally on both consoles or whatever. If it's a physical game, not a physical game. If it's a single player game, you're going to go more towards the physical. This way, you can just pass it over. It's not you play the single player and you could be like, hey Chelsea, you download it too, because Nintendo don't allow that to happen.
Right.
So in that case, yes, I totally get it and I understand it, and I've kind of started to take on that mindset. Like I went digital with Splatoon. But my main reason was like, I love that game, and I was like, I want that game on my Switch at all times.
Always. Totally.
Always on there. I want to be able to play that whenever I want to play it and not go, oh, man, I left my disc home today.
Exactly.
Or my cartridge. Whatever. I didn't want to do that. Breath of the Wild, I have the cartridge, but it drives me bonkers when I have to actually change out.
This will be the first time I take out the Breath of the Wild cart out of there. Is for Mario and Rabbids. Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, because you haven't even beat.
I don't even know if I'll get it out. It might be stuck in there. I don't know. I haven't tried. Yeah. I'm worried about that, Bobby.
So, here's something that I looked at it and I was like, this is a pro, is you can't sell your games once you have them. Like, the minute you have them, you can't sell them.
JoyCon?
That's a pro. It's also a con, though. Because maybe maybe it's a crap game and you want to sell it and you can't sell it. You can't get rid of it. But I found, for me personally, it's a good way, because I've done this numerous times, man. I've traded games in. 6 months later, I'm like, man, I really want to play that game. And I don't have it. And I go rebuy it because I really want to play it. Yeah. And I've always found that, like, with physical, or with digital, obviously it forces you to own the game to never get rid of it.
Yeah.
So that's my biggest thing,
Yeah, man, you can put it out of sight and out of mind, but if the mood strikes, you go, thank goodness I've got that digital key. Like for PC, I've got StarCraft, and I bought the originals like way back in the day. Yeah. And every time I've had to reformat my PCs a ton of times. I'm like, what games do I want on this thing? Digital. Boom. Yeah. Down. So it's yeah, man. I don't know. I think that like clutter is sort of a con of being physical. Like I don't like clutter. I'm running out of space. I'm like Amiibo is already taking up the space. Yeah. And all this. Like look at this. Yeah. It's either this or like game cartridges behind me.
Well, and that's the thing. Like I have one shelf there that's dedicated to my cartridges or to my discs. Yeah. And I like, don't get me wrong, like it's a little different than these. You know what I mean? Like these things, like I loved these, and I don't mind collecting these, but like I don't know, man. It's a little
the
different.
NES cards are pretty sweet.
I don't know, man.
The Wii U might be the last console that I really went out all out for physical, because like I've got like a handful of my games, and there's. Can we just give a little love to the Wii U? What a great
dude! I love the Wii U, man.
I've got a bunch of stuff here. I'm just gonna, when we're done here, I think I'm gonna play. Maybe I'll play some Pikmin. Do I need the sensor bar for Pikmin though?
No, because you can play with the.
Yes, good. Good. Then I'll play with that.
Well, let me see.
Instant release is another pro of being digital, if you want to keep going on with this. Yeah. So the whole thing about Mario and Rabbids coming in the mail tomorrow for Amazon, I'll believe it when I see it, man. And that really sucks that that thought even has to come into my mind.
Well, yesterday on stream, I was streaming Minecraft, and I started off, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to delete my pre-order.
Yep.
Because they didn't even ship it yet.
I know,
it's supposed to be here tomorrow. It should have shipped yesterday, and I'm like, they haven't shipped it. They'll ship it Monday, and then guess what? I'm not going to get the thing in time.
But what if they're shipping it from Bobby's neighbor's house, though? You don't know that.
No.
You see the way Amazon delivers now? They've got they don't even use Purelate or anything. They just get people they get Uber drivers to deliver now.
Weird.
It's crazy, dude. It's the world we live in.
So for me, I don't. I went physical for this. I pre-ordered at Best Buy, so when I get off of work tomorrow, I'll drive right down to Best Buy. Might actually go on my lunch break, just run down the street, get it, and then come. And I'm Hoshway, he says, let me update y'all. Something. Do you have exclusive stuff?
Yeah, something's happening. This would be amazing.
I'm wondering. He's got his paws now. He got us all staring at the screen, what's next, Hoshway? Say it. Come on. Oh my God.
Chibi.
Good night, Chibi. Have a good night. I love Chibi. She's the best.
Oh, I know.
But anyway, I feel I don't know. I feel like I'm going both on this.
And that's okay.
I wish.
I feel like we should just say that's okay to just not have all digital, all physical. It's okay to go both ways,
But
Bobby.
I feel like if they would have done something better with the storage and what I mean by that is if they would have allowed us to hook an external hard drive, and then we said before,
that's true. I can't
where
believe
you could transfer stuff between your if I could store stuff on the Switch itself, maybe 4 or 5 games, whatever it is, and then the rest gets stored, and then I could flip flop them, just move them back and forth,
like a flip flopper.
I would be all about that. I would buy everything digital.
Dude, I need somebody to go through the archives of If We Ran Nintendo. And I said that, and you said specifically that that's stupid and that would never work.
Well, yeah, but then Chris White explained it to me, how it could work.
Oh, okay.
And he was saying that the USB-C is really rapid fast.
Right.
Okay, here we go. Pretty much all Amazon centers do get the logistic teams to drive and deliver your game. They really have a limited as to how they use their third-party carriers for their games.
So that's why everything's late?
But that's ridiculous, man. Here's the thing. If I buy this is what I don't see. I disagree. Here's what I think. This is what I really think is happening. For a while, Nintendo was not working with Amazon, right? Then all of a sudden they started again.
Right.
And I feel like what's happening is Nintendo is saying, if you're going to launch a game, if we're launching a game, you cannot release it early. It has to be there the day of or the day after, but it cannot be there the day before. And they're slow. They're being slow to ship it out. Because if I ordered, this is no lie, if I bought this coffee mug, it would be here in 2 days, guaranteed. No, anything else I buy except for pre-ordered games get here on time.
Well, that mug wasn't manufactured the day that it was shipped, though. These games are getting ready, packaged, and then out the door.
But they have the stuff days before.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like it's amazing because Amazon is blowing up year over year. More and more people are buying their things on Amazon as the buying online is not as scary.
Yeah, well, of course, yeah.
So they set the bar so high so early. It's you not only were getting your games on the day of, why would you ever go out of your house to go to a Best Buy? But sometimes you're getting it early. Maybe it is just the growth of Amazon is now kind of imploding.
And they've also changed the way that they do their discounts. It used to be 20% across the board on everything.
Yeah, I
if
know.
you were Amazon Prime, they stopped that. And it's only on certain games. It's not on collector's editions. It's not.
I don't know how they made
Amiibo.
that work, dude.
I don't
Seriously.
know either. So for me,
where was that margin coming from?
I go to Best Buy, man, because everything is 20% off.
Yep.
And that's just what I do. And if I pre-order, I get a $10 rebate immediately that I can use on something else. It's nice. I don't know, man.
So what's a Joy-Con of being digital? Why have you resisted digital for so long?
Well, again, you don't get many sales That was the number one.
That's the thing. Yep, that's
You're
huge,
paying
man.
full price, $60 every game.
At least for brand new.
Yeah,
There's tons of like flash
but
sales
they're
and stuff.
not on Nintendo.
Not on Nintendo.
We're talking Nintendo here. We're not talking PlayStation. We're not talking Xbox. We're talking Nintendo. It's a rarity that these games go on sale. Nintendo games, like occasionally you'll get other games that'll go on sale, but Nintendo games hardly ever go on sale.
That's true.
And
Smart that they do that, man, because that makes me buy day one. That really does impact me. That's why I bought ARMS day one.
Then the other thing is like collections. Like there are people that like to collect, and
of course,
obviously, if you go digital, you don't get the collections. You can't have that in your thing. You can't pass. The other problem is like, okay, so let's say I go digital, right, and I run out of space, and I delete a game. And then that game disappears from the store. And I can never get it again.
Yeah,
that's
bad.
a little, what if 10 years from now, here's another problem with digital. 10 years from now, my Switch goes bad. And I can't get another Switch. Maybe they don't sell, you know what I mean? And I'm looking in the terms of like...
Can you go on your Wii? Can you buy games on your Wii right now?
I think
you plug that into the internet?
I think you can still buy, but it's close to ending.
But
either it just ended or it's close to ending.
Yeah, man.
But here's the thing. Like, think about it. Here's the thing to think about. Like, dude, I take this cartridge, I pop it in, it works, no brainer, man. And the other thing is, like, take it and I could pass it along to a friend. I could trade. You can't do none of that with. I feel like there's a thing that we used to do as kids, and I don't feel like as an adult I never do it. I never trade games anymore as an adult. Everything I get I buy for myself and that's it. But as a kid, dude, you lived on trading games. You know what I mean? That was the thing. Like it was always like, hey man, I'll give you this, and then you'd have to fight to get the games back because the kid was a scumbag and just wouldn't give you your game back.
That's what I learned a long time ago. I don't lend music. I don't lend nothing.
Yeah.
And I did for a little while, and I had a book that had the person's name and what they had when they took it. I had to like log it all down on paper and pen. It wasn't even digital, Bobby. That was physical.
Yeah.
What else do you got?
Obviously you can't resell. You know, that is a con because there are times maybe like I look at my Wii, right? My Wii U. When we bought the 2 Switches, I took Tony's Wii U because I was like, we really don't need it no more because we got Mario Kart on here, Splatoon's coming. That's the only games you would play to your Wii U for. I'm going to trade yours in. I'm going to keep mine, but I'm going to trade yours in. Dude, I got a boatload of money for it. You know what I mean? Like, and I traded that in, and I traded in all the physical games because on Tony's Wii U, we went physical for everything. So her Splatoon 2, or her Splatoon was physical. Her Mario Kart was physical. She had a Mario game like Nintendo Land and all that. Like she had a lot of physical games on hers, and I traded all that in. I got like over $300 when I traded a bunch of stuff in that day. So that's the thing, man. Like I can't trade my Wii U in because if I trade my Wii U in, I'm getting the same value as if you could take your Wii U and have absolutely nothing on yours, and you'll get $200 or $100 or whatever it is. I take mine and I got a boatload of games, and they're like, doesn't matter because we're gonna wipe it clean.
Thing. That is crazy.
Yeah,
that's
I remember one time I went in there and I was like, I got all these games on here. Like, you going to give me anything extra for it? Like, no. We got to wipe it clean. Like, it's done.
It's not worth anything.
That sucks.
Yeah, download times and data caps are the last cons.
Yeah,
for me,
definitely.
Now, like, I don't know how much data caps you run into. Like, I've got unlimited data. I know some people runs into them. But nothing worse than being super pumped to play a game and seeing 99 plus hours for it to download.
Well, that's more PlayStation.
I know.
I don't.
But what was it?
I don't have that issue with Nintendo. As weird as that may sound. I think the longest I waited for a game on Nintendo was Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U, launch night at midnight. It took me an hour and a half to download. And that's because everybody was downloading at the same time and servers were slow. But I got it. What
just came out for, was it ARMS? What just came, or Splatoon? Was it Splatoon just came out and people buying it digital had problems with it?
Yeah.
I think Donnie from PSVG was like, I'm done. I can't keep trying this because like the eShop went down.
Yeah, the eShop went down.
And then like every hour, Donnie's like,
everybody crashed
no, I'm not done.
Everybody crashed it at midnight to go get it.
That's kind of
luckily for me, so for me with Splatoon 2, I bought it digital, and I literally woke up at midnight, turned my Switch on, hit download. Or I'm sorry, this is what happened. I went on at midnight and it wasn't up. The store was messed up, and I was like,
right.
Okay. So I went back to sleep. Woke up like an hour and a half later. It was like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning. Went on, click, ordered it, started downloading, went back to bed, woke up in the morning, there it was. I put in like an hour of gameplay in the morning before I went to work.
And that's the difference from like you're totally satisfied with that experience. It's 90 minutes from complete meltdown of like it's 12:05 and it's not working. Yeah. It's 12:10 and it's not working. Yeah. And doing that for a whole 90 minutes and it's like this is the end of the world. I'm swearing off digital to you just taking a nap and going like I'm just going to ride the storm out.
Now they haven't done it yet with the Switch. But the nice thing that they did with the Wii U was you could pre-order and you could pre-download.
Yeah, man, that's the thing that I used to make fun of people for getting kind of bent out of shape for, but I get it. I totally get it. You want to play that game as soon as possible. Like that's when the hype is the most. Yeah. I totally get it, man.
I would never buy a Switch day one.
Get back together.
Never. Not a Switch. I would never buy a game day one on PlayStation. Because, dude, it takes me hours upon hours to download a game.
I'm glad it's not just me. I mean, it sucks that it's happened to you, too.
But the thing of it is, like, the games are so much bigger. But it's just crazy to think that it takes that long. Like, when I'm talking, like, 6-7 hours to download a game. That's insanity, really. And, you know, it's just, so it is what it is. But
I'm with you, man.
Anyway, so that is all.
I had a lot of fun today, Bobby.
This was a good show, man. This was a lot of fun. I liked it.
I like this quite a bit.
I like this new format we're doing. It's fun.
Is nice.
Yeah, it is.
Nice.
It's lovely. So that is all. Thank you guys for watching us. I hope you enjoyed this episode of If We Ran Nintendo. Please be sure to listen to us on iTunes, dayspace.com. I almost said SoundCloud. God, I just want to, after a year, just fluidly just flowing with that, man. WeTheNerdy.com. Please go check out WeTheNerdy.com. Go check out their YouTube page where you can go check out Sean's other show, We the Gamercast, which airs exclusively over there on We the Nerdy YouTube channel. All that good stuff. We're also on Google Play, YouTube, obviously here. Patreon. Patreon.com/Make Us Better. What's the next thing? We're close to we're creeping up on it, right?
Creeping up on our
next goal.
Yes, I think we're like $20 away from We the Gamercast going 2 more episodes a month, recurring guests, your favorites coming back. Bobby, what are we doing on this show? What happens for us?
I don't think we do anything.
We must be doing something.
I don't know.
We'll make it great.
What else can we do?
We'll make the show.
What else can we do?
I don't know, Bobby.
Listen, you know what happens? Bobby starts to stream games live on
That's
Twitch
true.
or YouTube.
That is a deliverable.
I'm already doing it.
You're pre-downloading.
Yeah, I'm pre-downloading content for everybody so that people can get the content before we actually hit the goals.
Yes, it's very cool.
God.
Bobby, did you know that I'm doing a new show soon?
We don't talk about Xbox here.
Follow the Xbox Drive. I will be recording a half-an-hour Xbox show once a week with my good friend Dave Moore. We're going to talk about Xbox. It's called the Xbox Drive because we're talking about Xbox while I drive to work. It's going to be amazing. Please follow us on Twitter, and it will be on iTunes and Google Play and dayspace.com as part of the amazing indie network of podcasts. That's all I've got, Bobby. I can't wait, man. It's going to be so much fun.
Follow Sean.
We were up all day yesterday talking about it.
Follow Sean on Twitter at Sean Capri. Sean like Connery, Capri like the pants. Follow me at Nintendo Gurus. That is all. Peace out, Preston.
Goodbye, Preston. I hope you and everybody else give a little thumbs up on the video. Leave a comment. Share everything else. Have a very awesome Wednesday when you're listening to this if you're not here live. I'm just going to keep going.